Welcome to the behind-the-scenes commentary of the Perfect 10 Awards ceremony. I'm Ellen Sheets, and I would like to tell you a little bit about the filming of this feature. This was such fun to make. I really enjoyed this party scene. I just wished I had had 8 hands to move all the dolls and give them motion. I love this little peek through the curtains at our reporter, Anna. And this was actually not the footage that I intended to use for this sequence. This was the last footage we shot for the film, and it was so much better than the earlier footage where I just didn't have nearly as much in the frame. I really liked having all the plants and the reporters in the shot as well. My daughter actually thought up the idea of having the little white square on the microphone. This is my doll, Andre, who is doubling as Leo from the photos for contestant number 4. I don't know if you can see it here, but his buttons on the shirt are actually made from rhinestones. All of these dresses are made from recycled prom dresses, and it was really fun making all of these great dresses. This is my favorite sequence in the whole film, and the thing that a lot of people haven't even commented on is the fact that she's got high-heeled feet and high-heeled shoes on. I wish I'd been able to capture this room a little better. It is just beautiful in person. The hardest part of all the filming we did were the motorcycle sequences. The dolls kept sliding off of the motorcycle. I had the driver taped on there, and Miss Glitter kept just sliding right off of the motorcycle. That was really hard. I love that gigantic hair on the doll in the green dress, Anna, the reporter. I really tried to choose dolls that had the right personality for the contestants. Some of them were better than others. I think Ladybug is completely the wrong doll, but I kind of had to make do. This auditorium set is actually very large. I used a 6-foot-long table with the big stretch of black curtains across the back, and then in front of it, I have a really large backdrop holder that's holding this giant burgundy dark red curtain, and it's actually made from the skirt of a prom dress. And that was quite an adventure, taking this prom dress skirt and making this big curtain out of it. But I really like how it looked. It's a little bit on the organic side, but it just turned out really great. You can imagine how much of the girl's legs would have shown in this prom dress. It was pretty naked in the front. I really had fun customizing this doll and adding her white hair. I made her wig from a wig for people that I found at the thrift store, and I really like how it turned out. It was a fairly short-haired wig, but I think it's just long enough for her, and it makes her look really good. Of course, you know, my hair is white, and they just don't sell dolls with white hair. Her little sequin cape is actually from leftovers from a pair of sequin pants that I altered for a customer. And her dress is made from a top, I believe, I found at the thrift store. And I love how it turned out. I feel kind of bad that I have such long stretches of talking in this film. So I have to try to fill them up with really nice goodies and behind-the-scenes tidbits for you. The way that we got voiceover from all of our contestants is that I messaged each one of them privately and let them know they were being considered for an award and to give me an acceptance speech. The inspiration for this award ceremony is from Mixie Pixie 7's Sophie Awards. I have enjoyed those so much. I'm really a fan. And so we decided to do this about, I'd say 5 or 6 weeks ago, and I have been working and working and working on it. It took forever to put this video together. We had the sets to build, the dresses to make. My daughter was helping me a lot to do this. The curtains, everything. I had to build, you know, our whole environment from scratch, basically, over the last 5 or 6 weeks, plus everything you see on camera. I had to do all the crafting of the plants and figure out all the backgrounds and the sets and get the controllers and the dolls so that I could get them to move organically. And a number of them needed new wigs. All of them needed their beautiful, glamorous hairstyles for the event and shoes. Oh my goodness. The day of the filming, I think that morning I made 5 pairs of shoes, and not all of the dolls' shoes actually show, but I was doing full body shots, and I really wanted them to have something other than bare feet, because some of them are actually quite tall, and their shoes do show. The dress for Ladybug AG06 That was quite fun. This is made out of a stretchy dress that I've had for a while, and it was a one-shoulder dress, so I decided to keep it a one-shoulder dress and go with a doll that had a vinyl chest so that it would look right. I don't like off-the-shoulder or one-shoulder dresses or even strapless dresses on the dolls that have the cloth bodies that go all the way up to the neck. She's a Madame Alexander doll, just like the doll playing me, and we were joking in the group chat about how Ladybug AG's doll isn't anything like her. It was exciting to at least have one doll where the contestant and I had the same doll. And so mine is named Andre, and hers is named Leo. So we went ahead and called him Leo for this. His shirt actually is just a bib with a collar. It doesn't go all the way down, doesn't have sleeves, but I think it looks pretty convincing. And I made the buttons out of little black rhinestones, and that worked out really great. I wish it had a little bit more glint in the lights, but it does have a tiny bit there. Now, I love the voiceover from Doll City. She really made her voice sound like a boy and pitched it very low, and she's actually got a terrific voice. She's one of the best actors I've seen on AGTube.
Hello
You should check out some of
everyone,
her
I'm
videos.
Leo. Thank
Some of the
you
subject
so
matter is
much
pretty
for this
hard-hitting, but
award. It's
she's a
amazing.
terrific
I
actor.
can't believe that I
I just
lasted
love his
this
little bow
long,
tie.
and I
That
can't
turned out so
believe
cute.
that I got
I made
this.
that out of a
It
little
was
strip
so, it
of
was a surreal
satin. Then I
experience.
used
This
grosgrain
definitely
ribbon
wasn't
for
just
the
my
rest of the
first
bow tie.
contest, but not my creator's overall first contest. It's amazing. Thank you all. Thank you to the judges for keeping me in. The contestants, your photos are all lovely and beautiful. You guys are beautiful. It's amazing. Especially being the only boy doll. This is crazy. It's amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We are down to the final 3 contestants, and I am so excited to see the results. First, however, we're going to take a look at some of the prizes that we have for the winner. Oh, this section was so much fun to shoot. Her hair actually did get stuck on that plant. I had to cut away from that and then pick it up here after I disentangled her from the plant. If you notice, that gold horse is from the photo I did of the 18th century girl from the American Girl on the Runway photo shoot. And it was just so beautiful I had to use it again. I used a number of things from that photo shoot and just rearranged it a little bit and changed the walls here. I really wanted to showcase the dresses, but it was hard to find a way to display them where more than just a little bit of them showed. This was actually my first big doll film, and so it was quite an adventure planning the shoot, figuring out how to manage it, and figuring out how to get the dolls to come on stage and go off stage again without my hands showing. My hands are actually back there, but I was able to film it in such a way that they're not really very visible or noticeable, which is great. This was really fun to do this Aqua dress and then to cast her as Aqua AG Dollies because that's her favorite color is aqua. And I wish the back of her hair showed a little bit better. I think it shows a little bit more in the party scene, but it just, that color of that dress matches the doll's eyes so perfectly, and it just makes her look terrific. These sequins are from a prom dress that I recycled, and it actually was sun faded to this color. Part of the dress was actually a lot more blue color, but this aqua portion was just much prettier, so I decided to use that.
For this award. This has definitely been an amazing experience for me, and I'm glad I competed in this competition. It has been so fun working and competing with all of you, and I look forward to doing it again in the future.
AG Drama Club's dress, this beautiful green leopard, is actually a prom dress that I recycled for the award ceremony, and it was the very first dress that I did. And oh my goodness, it's probably my favorite. I love it. It's got this beautiful chiffon train on the back. It's just light and floaty and gorgeous, and I love the color of that fabric. I added all of the little beading in the center of the bust, and it was very interesting to engineer this dress. I had to do some real creative work on this because it was quite an experience, but I think it turned out pretty well. I'm glad that a fair amount of the work was already done for me. That made it much easier to sew that dress because it was really involved.
Join you for a contest, I would definitely do it. Thanks again.
This one is probably my second favorite dress. This is the beautiful peacock dress, and this is recycled from a prom dress as well. I had to piece the fabric together to get it to work out just right, but I love how it looks. It's just so ornate and so pretty, and the color is good on her. And it was fun to do the beading. I wish the beading showed up a little better. I've got to work on my lighting so that the beading really pops, but it's just sparkles from head to toe. Her little silver shoes just match it perfectly. This is just the cutest little doll, and I think she has that really youthful look that is right for Nikki. And Nikki's photos are just gorgeous. From the very beginning, they are just wowzers. I loved it.
So cool. I've been in about 6 other contests before, but I'm pretty sure this is my first time winning something. I feel I really learned and grew in my photography skills from all the amazing critiques and pointers. I'm so happy to have participated in this amazing contest. And lastly, I'd tell anyone who wanted to try out for a photo contest that to just go for it. You never know what'll happen. Thanks again!
I recycled a lot of the footage from Miss Glitter's stage entrances and exits. I didn't shoot that much, and I kind of had to reuse it a fair amount. In these large group shots, I really am only moving my doll and Miss Glitter's doll. Everybody else is standing fairly still, or just getting bumped by these two dolls. And I wish I'd been able to get some more hands on deck to help move the dolls, but really it was just me. And my daughter was behind the camera, making sure everybody's looking at the camera. She'd go, "Look more to the right, look to the left. She's not looking at the camera. You got to turn her head. Now she's looking up at the sky." Oh, it was a lot of work. I was so sore after filming this, from holding the dolls and walking the dolls. It was a workout. Those little trophy cups are from the dollar store, and they just have so much shine.
Over these past few weeks.
I absolutely love the ending. This is where I got footage at the beginning of the film from, is from this shoot. I had to do about 3 takes of that fall, and the shoe falling off was really a bonus. I was thrilled about that. So thank you for joining me for the behind the scenes commentary. This has been Ellen Sheets, and we had such a good time with this film. Enjoy.